Love Beyond the Lies Episode 5 Finale, The Photograph in the Attic. Ethan thought he knew his family's story until one photograph destroyed everything. The attic was silent except for the faint creak of old wood beneath Ethan's weight. Dust floated through the dim light as he sat on the floor, staring at the faded photograph in his hands. His great-grandfather's face looked unfamiliar now, not like a symbol of pain or injustice, but like a man frozen in time. His fingers trembled as he turned the photo over again. The writing on the back wasn't just a note. It was a confession, a truth buried for decades. Ethan read it again and again as if the words might change. But they didn't. His great-grandfather had not been harmed by anyone. There was no external tragedy, no enemy, no injustice to avenge. Only gambling debts, shame, and a mind collapsing under pressure. The restaurant his family had blamed for generations had simply been where he sat, before choosing to end his own life. Ethan's chest tightened. All this hate, all this fear built on a lie. His family hadn't inherited the truth. They had inherited pain they never questioned. And Mina had suffered because of it. That night, Ethan didn't sleep. He sat in silence, the confession resting on his desk like a weight that refused to lift. Every memory replayed itself. His mother's cold eyes, his sister's harsh words, Mina standing quietly in rooms where she was never truly welcomed. For the first time, Ethan saw it clearly. This wasn't protection. It was inherited prejudice disguised as tradition. The next evening, he brought everyone into the living room. His mother sat upright. His sister folded her arms. Tension filled the air before he even spoke. Ethan placed the photograph on the table. "I found this in the attic," he said quietly. His mother frowned. "Why are you going through?" "This changes everything," Ethan interrupted. He slid the confession toward them. First, they didn't react. Then they read. Silence fell. A heavy, suffocating silence. His mother's hands began to shake slightly as she reread the words. His sister's expression tightened, confusion replacing certainty. The story they had built their identity on was collapsing in real time. "This can't be true," his mother whispered. Ethan's voice softened. "It is." For the first time, there was no anger in the room. Only disbelief. And grief. Not for what Mina had done, but for what they had done in her name. Then came the hardest moment. The door opened. Mina had arrived. She hesitated at the entrance, sensing the shift in atmosphere immediately. Her eyes moved between Ethan and his family, reading everything without a word being spoken. Ethan stood up. And for the first time, his voice didn't carry fear. Carried certainty. "I need you to listen to me," he said. His mother looked away. His sister looked down, then turned to Mina. They were wrong about everything. A pause. Then he continued, voice breaking slightly. "And I was wrong for letting you carry the weight of something you never caused." Mina didn't speak. She didn't need to. Her silence held years of pain, exhaustion, and restraint. Ethan stepped closer to her. "I choose you," he said simply. "Not as rebellion. not as escape, but because I love you. Mina's breath caught slightly. Behind them, something changed. His mother stood slowly. Not with anger this time, but with something unfamiliar. Regret. I didn't know, she said quietly, almost broken. His sister's voice followed, softer than before. We were so sure, we never questioned it. The room that once held rejection now held something different. Awareness. Accountability. Humanity. Mina finally spoke, her voice calm but emotional. I never wanted to be the reason your family fell apart. Ethan shook his head immediately. You didn't. The lie did. Silence again. But this time it wasn't heavy. It was healing. Days passed. Then weeks. Change didn't happen instantly, it never does. But slowly, carefully it began. His mother started speaking to Mina differently. Not as an outsider, but as a person she was learning to understand. His sister, once the harshest voice in the room, began to apologize in small, hesitant moments. There were awkward dinners, quiet conversations, long pauses where old beliefs struggled to die. But Mina never pushed. She never demanded. She simply existed with dignity in spaces that once rejected her. And over time, that was enough. One evening, months later, the family gathered for dinner again. This time, the silence was different. Not cold, not tense, just new. His mother placed a dish on the table and looked at Mina. Then, slowly, she said something no one expected. You don't have to prove anything to us anymore. Mina looked at her, surprised. Ethan reached for Mina's hand under the table. And for the first time, she didn't feel like she was visiting someone else's family. She felt like she belonged. Love didn't destroy this family, truth rebuilt it. And in the end, what survived wasn't prejudice or pain, but acceptance, finally learned too late to matter and just in time to heal.